Whoa, now what's up with it, world? Shemans and them foul shop, aka the Toothless Wonder, reporting on the Bamboos Again News Network with a quick channel update. I'm gonna start going live probably between 12 and 3 on Saturdays. That's my giddy up when I don't have no time constraints. I actually enjoyed it. I messed around, looked up, and the joint had went over an hour. I said, God damn, normally just talking on this joint like I'm ready to upload, I run out of stuff to say or my mind start wandering to, you know what I mean, an episode of Martin or something crazy, right? But I keep telling y'all this is Rome Reloaded, yo. And the reason why I say this is because I seen two different clips earlier today while I was at the gym. That just, you can't, we're actually living in modern day Rome. There's nothing new under the sun. They just put a little different seasoning on in the modern age, right? So I came across a clip that was on the Washington Post. I don't know how reputable these sources are, but, this is a flagship publication of, news outlet where they said they had a crackdown of over 100 teachers in the New York City area. This is diabolical work. 100 teachers who were caught sexting, communications, and in some cases, actual physical contact with the students. And from the ones I seen, they were all female. The harlotry is unless something stops it, like even sin, like it just goes on until something stops it or it destroys itself. And need the teacher. And then, you know what I mean? The average person wonder why I want to send my child to school. Not just that, but the influence of the other heathen children and whatnot. Now the Trump and that, but then they was, teaching them all this other kind of wild crap that you ain't got no business telling elementary school kids. They can barely read, but you tell them about sex, and they ain't got no sexual desire yet. Man. Then I seen a clip, I think New Breed's actually covering it right now, and I seen a couple other people cover it, where they talking about DJ Academics. I guess he's a blogger, podcaster, whatever you want to call that. He got caught attempting to groom a 15-year-old boy, and they're saying in the realm like them Hollywood industry people for a sexual ritual, right? The Catholic Church get jammed up with the young boy. What is it about the young folk? And I think when you evil or in that realm, you need to take the soul or the body or take someone's innocence and then hopefully turn them into you. You know what I'm saying? Like when the vampire bites somebody, they don't necessarily die. They turn into another vampire. Yo, this is pure wickedness. I mean, how much more wicked can you be outside of, I don't know, torture or for your own pleasure and that, man. The whole demonstration out of order. And here's my thing. When you're in these environments, right, that's why I left the job. Because if you stay in these environments saying, oh, I need a job or oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. If you're in the environment, just like if you're in an environment where the flu is going around, eventually you'll get affected if your immune system ain't strong enough. And even if you got a super duper immune system, you're still subject to get compromised. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is ill. But again, Rome Reloaded. I've been saying it about, now I've talked about how they come up with these terms that never came up before, and then they go around the academia chitlin circuit, and then it becomes a thing. What is it called? Minor attracted adults. Pedophile, that's what it is. They just put a new super duper fantastic name on, and then what they'll do is they'll label it a disease, not something that's necessarily criminal, but something we need to treat and have empathy for. And this is so crazy. And they've slow cooked us into just, what they call, the social engineers call incrementalism, where they just slowly bring you along. And now we're at this point where it's just so bucky loose blown away. You'll have people who will actually make academic articulate arguments to justify this. Well, when you were young, didn't you have a crush on your teacher and so on and so forth? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's natural. And then they keep repeating stupidity to where it becomes a thing, and then it becomes reality, and then it becomes part of people's belief system. They did that with the alternative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now here we are. Even though from the numbers I've seen, they say only 3% of the population identifies as that. But perception is, they'll have you think darn near everybody doing it. or everybody down low, or, you know, all the women will want some carpet or whatever you want to call that. And then from the perception of it, even though the numbers say it's not that, sometimes it make you wonder how you keep from going under. Bars. You know what I'm saying? It's mad wild out here, bitch. That's why I see ever more the need and application and practicality of being set apart. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say you're in one of these schools, or like when I was at the job, right? And I go back to that to make the comparison, right? Where it got so bucky loose, it was starting to affect me. Not that I'll be tempted to act the way they want to act, but being around wickedness so much so it'll start giving me a bad attitude. Now I can't come to work lighthearted and this, that, and the third. Now I got put up with folk. They basically let me know without saying it that it ain't gonna change because we can't prove because we don't want to prove it. You know what I'm saying? So just deal with it. No, ain't nobody just dealing with nothing. And then when you're in these environments, you can either get down like them or turn the blind eye, which will negatively affect you, or you can take a leap of faith and get gone. You know what I'm saying? Now the carrot they were dangling was a potential supervisor position, which I believe is salary and come with some decent sweet potato, right? But what good is being a supervisor and the department underneath of me is haberdashery? But boss like me, you know what I'm talking about? Man, this is sad, yo. And then it's like, yo, you gotta pray over your children, you gotta fast. Cause they could just be going, just somewhere regular daggler. You know what I mean? And it seemed like you never know, man. It's like everybody, like when the town I went to school in, the sheriff, the deputy sheriff got caught. He was, sexually engaged with a 17 and a 16-year-old high school student, one of which he splacked in his squad car. And that man got a slap on the wrist. Now you know what'll happen, he'll go underground and then he'll probably pop up with a job doing the same police work in West Virginia somewhere. You know what I mean? Or Kansas. And wipe his slate clean and keep it moving. When we had the people, let's say the schools, right? The hospitals and drug treatment and all this here, right? The police, the people who are paid to help us or trained to help us and protect us are the ones who are abusing their power for sexual gratification purposes. It's bad out here, Joe. I seen a clip of a woman. I guess she was an IG. I don't have an IG. But she has said that now I guess she's in her maybe, let's say 30s. Now I think she was talking about, underage. But she said, I like sleeping with younger guys because the younger guys don't care. I ain't got no wall. But she was bad shawty though. I said, God darn, shawty. And here's the thing, not only did she say that, but she felt like comfortable saying that, like, you know what I mean? Like there's no shame anymore. Even if that was the case, you don't want to tell nobody that. You know what I'm saying? She might try to do what they call them kegels or, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm noticing this, yo. Like even back when brothers used to hustle, right? You know what I'm saying? They used to be smart or try to be smart, and they would try to like not have it be common knowledge that that's what they was doing. I heard a story of a dude who used to he bought a UPS outfit and left out to go hustle, but he ain't work for UPS. Now they don't mind you knowing they're 304. Now brothers talk about, crimes on wax and then wonder why they go to jail, yo. This ain't banging on wax or they just making up fictitious story. They're actually rapping about stuff they did, yo. This is how far we have cognitively, spiritually, emotionally fallen, yo. And then I don't see any humility or any shame. And I think in the one teacher case, one or two, well, I'm still a teacher, so that must mean I ain't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bravado, you dead wrong, shawty. And then it makes me think, yo, as far as the mind I want, which I don't deal with, because I like to believe I can smell them for the most part. They're so far gone. They're willing to sleep with under. I know that personally. Like, that's probably something in the Negro community outside of school where they're, let's say she's 30, 40 or whatever. I know one particular dude, right? When he was like, by the time he had turned 18, He already had like 6, 7 kids, and all the kids' moms was over 30, yo. And we ain't talking about, no super duper, young stunner in the street or the high school basketball star. Yo, was lame as hell. So now I'm saying, yo, it's not even like back in the day where you had to have some fun shui or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever. Yo, these bras is just smashing anything, folk. Bums. But then you halfway, whatever you got going on, they'll try to get you to pay for it. Or see how far you can go to date her. But the youngest just ran a train on her and got her on camera. And these are the women who are raising the children. They wonder why the community looked the way it looked, yo. But they say a nation can only rise as high as its women, yo. I don't see none of this in the Hispanic community like nothing, yo. Not in math, not like this, not the mentality, not the arrogance, yo. It's sad, yo. We should have a national day of mourning, yo. It reminds me of that scene on Roots when Kunta ran off to go get his woman. What was his name? Kizzy. And he went go got, you know what I'm saying? He thinking, again, the only thing and I understand this, he's not thinking about what happened. His last memory of her is his last memory of her. He don't know slavery has changed her. So when he got back up on her, she looked like, the memory, but she's totally different. She tell him, man, I'm not running off with you. I'm master such and such bed once now. She then took on the identity of a bed once, yo. And maybe women aren't as resilient when it comes to that type of stuff or having their body taken or, I understand, like they say, one of the reasons why Negroes have to, psychologically speaking, is because the Gentile man is in authority over us. You know what I'm saying? So I get all that from a psychological standpoint. But how much longer, yo? How much longer, yo? You know what I'm saying? And it's not even in or this is sad. They feasting on the kid, bruh. I don't know no about it. You know what I'm saying? And they might know. But then from a mental aspect, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, from what I've seen, from a mental standpoint, let's say the early 30-year-old woman and the 16, 17-year-old boy, they're on the same mental playing field. Short attention span or, overly just horny for no reason, and that's all they know, and you know what I'm saying? Just dopamine hits, and like I said, when I was at the job, they was black. It's easier for me to name the ones that weren't doing it than the ones that was. And then the ones that was had done it multiple times. So I'm thinking, now you'll tell me XYZ, man need do this, man need do that, right? But the last 4 dudes that hit it, you met them at work where they were trying to get off drugs. And not only that, but they smashed you and went on about their business. Drug addicts don't even see the value in you. Unless you're trying to move in your crib and steal your money. They'll respect you more. You know what I'm saying? But if you trying to do, what's that, Cyrano de Bergerac move in, and, what's that say? What was that one song? He said, I'll cook your, no, what he said? I'll run your bath water as soon as you get home from work. If you want to be one of them dudes, she going to carry the piss out you. So you got to do them greasy for them to respect you. And then you can still go back and smash. But the amount of poundage, if you sit back and think about, now see, I used to be like this when I was younger. So I used to deal with single mother. I don't think because I was a simp, but because that was the environment. Like, it's natural. Very seldom do you see women who don't have, unless you catch them when they were younger. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm thinking about the community aspect or less fathers or woo-woo. I wasn't thinking about they'll probably steal or have, I wasn't thinking about putting myself last. I wasn't thinking about, me having to deal with another kid or another man as far as the father of the kid and all that. You know what I'm saying? And that was, proliferated throughout the community. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't saying it like that. I wasn't saying it that I'm putting myself last and I'm basically a servant to these people, yeah. And they're not gonna respect me, yeah. And then as soon as I tell them something, well, you ain't my daddy. And you're right, I'm not, but damn, Joe, this is, yo, I just seen a clip, the one snow bunny jump. She just broke the world record. She got smashed by 1,000 dudes. And not just her. But what type of dude sign up to go? What? How the 99th dude in the train? How he feel you? All that good. But that's who I know talk about in the word when they have lack of self control and like orgies and all that. We're so it's so rambunctious. I don't even know if that's even the operative word with this sexual crap, right? And I get it. But now regular sex don't do nothing for nobody. They gotta go and get their rocks off by sleeping with somebody young or getting somebody body or you know what I'm saying, having sex, but it's multiple people involved. Then you wonder why everybody's so all tore out the frame, yo. And I remember the one time, Joe, I was talking to the nurse girl, right? And I was home chilling. And she popped in my head. And I said, yo, I think she's smashing main man, Joe. I'm going to ask her. But I forget about when I go to work. But I slide past the medical officer. I said, I hurry up, put that junk back on reverse, you feel me? So I hit one of these numbers. I said, hey, yo, Sean. I said, yo, is you smashing main man, yo? She said, yeah. I said, no, you don't even want to tell me that. So I'm like, now she had a man like a blue collar dude. So I said, yo, if he find out you getting some rehab meat, yo, he mess around. He white dude, man, I mess around, see you on the newspaper, yo. As I'm talking to her, I see the glaze over her eyes. I said, you don't care, do you? Just like, yeah. Yo, I left out that joint stunned. I said, and then made it so bad, main man called while we was talking. And she put me on the phone with him. You know how I used to do dirt and hide it? Now they do dirt in Front Street and then get mad and can't figure out how they got caught. That's like me, quote unquote, cheating with the woman next door. And I don't think I'm gonna get caught at some point. And then all that, okay, I make the decision to cheat with the woman next door. But I just leave out the house and just go right in the front door. I don't, drive around for 15 minutes, park on a side street, and tell her open up the back door and try to, Pink Panther my joint. None of that. Then when somebody see you doing something on Front Street and they say something, you holler out, everybody hating on you. That's what, I had read rhetoric and red pill stuff and whoop about it. But when I seen it up close and personal, I was flabbergasted, Jack. I said, oh my damn, it's real in the battlefield. Then it just make you think, this is just, in this particular environment. And I'm just thinking, and I just seen other people's relationships and woo. And I'm like, man, a lot of times you end up sleeping with the enemy. You can't trust them. And then that's just like, not okay, your woman cheat, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Whatever, right? Not cool, but then you think about, somebody had they ramming, Slim Jim up in your peoples, yo. And then 9 times out of 10, he putting it in other people. Or nowadays, he might like put in main man or main man put it in him. And then you going behind it unaware, yo, that's sickening, Jack. That's what I understand, yo. Like, I've never, like, when we was in school and all that, yo, I ain't never been a part of no train or no crazy stuff like that, yo. It's 17 of my homeboy and one shouted. No, I'm sitting this one out. Or while y'all doing that, I'ma just go to the grocery store or go to the YMCA and, you know what I mean? And we all in that joint, you know what I mean? And I don't know what you're looking at. What you supposed to be doing while you waiting for somebody? No, man. This is all Roman stuff, yo. Second is defiling. Now I understand when the word say the land has become defiled, yo. Second in mind. And I get it, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. It's not even so much they do it and feel proud about it. There's no shame to it. I had another co-worker, yo. My mind's telling me now they fired her too, you know what I'm saying? But she was sitting in dudes' rooms. So I'm like, oh, so I do like, oh, you know what I mean? Man, the other dude told me after he said she was grabbing dudes' junksters in there. I'm trying and the staff grabbing my meat and it's sad, yo. I love the ladies, man. Word up, yo. But to watch Babylon and what it's turned them into, you know how they say, I feel you, but I can't quite reach you, yo. And that's why I wanted to leave Babylon too, yo. Because I feel like Jeremiah, watching people get carried into captivity, but watching people get carried into their own destruction. And it's almost like they don't care to be destroyed. It's like, damn, Joe. I guess if you're a Joe, you got empathetic or whoop the whoop, right? And then you just be like, nah, you ain't gotta do that, shot it. But a lot of times, if they've lived a certain lifestyle without repentance or whatever happened to them when they was younger, like DJ academics and them trying to do, I seen a lot of them never recover from that. Just like I seen a lot of brothers get railroaded in marriage and never recover from it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just be learned. Like I deal with people, but on the other side of the fence of my personal life, where they know personal aspects of me or I'm sharing certain, no, you gotta keep on the whole arm about chat, man. And then just what was that last week or so? I covered 84,000 new cases of HIV in the DR. You know what I'm saying? Now they how Pimp C said, now they poisoning the coochie population, yo. It's dangerous hashtag. Now I can see how Elon Musk will roll out sex robot. At least you won't get no the venereal disease, but you'll hook up with a what they call that and then that like when the demon inhabit an object. They done sold the game up. This is no different, right? Here's another one that came up in academia Chitlin circuit, harm reduction. Which when you break it down, harm reduction means I hurt myself slower or I go backwards not as at a rate that's not as fast. But I'm still going backwards, yo. But harm reduction translates into maintenance drugs, which are actually harder to get off of than the original smack you was on. But then they showed the smack game up with all this fentanyl to where as though, okay, are you confident? You can never do no smack again because you clean now. So if you touch some smack, you mess around and go to the upper room. But if you're not that confident, we got this here for you. You won't do no smack. But you'll be hooked on it forever. And when you try to get off, it'll be harder to get off than the original drug you was on anyway, yo. As best as you can help it, yo. Try not to put yourself in a vulnerable position where you need these people help. We got to learn how to heal ourselves, yo. You going to the hospital go in that joint for some high blood pressure and watch what happens. Man, come holler at your boy. Man, we're going to drink some beetroot juice. We're going to get them toxic people out your life. I bet you, and we're going to do a little light exercise. No, we ain't even going for the Olympics. I bet your blood pressure go down. And I bet you the medical people put a target on my back. You know what I'm saying? I think like they did Dr. Sabi. Yo, it's like we fought. It's like with your social security number now, it's like we're fodder for the system, yo. It's like we're ingratiated into this matrix. For the matrix to feed off our energy, yo. And I shall arise. You know what I mean? You gotta protect your babies from the pervs and and here's another one. As soon as you just now, there's no more just natural growing pains of adolescence. Now anything they flip out or they can't stay awake in school and all that. Now that alludes to some site, and now they want put your child on pills during their formative years when their brains and whatnot still forming, yeah. And then you gotta fight them not to drug your child up with intellectual chicanery. You know what I mean? Yo, when I went down to social security, yo. Now, I brought a paper from child support saying I pay child support, but they tell me that don't prove you the father. But it's a proof enough to pay, but not to advocate that my child not be deemed disabled. I basically alleged to them, you're being defrauded. They don't care. The woman told me you don't determine if your child disabled. I got up and walked out, yo, before I lost my... See, I like to do that. Before I've lost my mind. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go into like, you feel me? I know y'all feel me, right? Then it's almost scary to reproduce here. Let's say you a man, so you now we see the importance of family and the nuclear family and so on and so forth. But you mess around, pick wrong, and you ain't even gotta pick wrong. Because the way the laws and the culture set up, let her just change her mind, yeah. You ready to go through hell. I gotta fight just to prove or just to for my child not to be disabled and drugged up. And everybody against me. But since she been with me, she ain't been exhibiting no whoop de whoop de whoop. You know what I mean? How long must we endure, folks? You know what I mean? Second in mind, how much till the sin reach the sins of the nature reach the most high nostrils? You know what I mean? That's why I ain't really worried about nothing Trump. I want this place destroyed. And everything is stand for. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care. Oh, well, what we gonna do if there ain't no food stamps from Walmart and all this here? We gonna go back to living how we had to live anyway. Be able to feed yourself. Be able to fend yourself. You know what I mean? I tell people this, yo. Slightly off topic. And then this never made sense to me. Like, let's say you in a dangerous situation, yo. And you assess it how you assess it, right? But always banging for the police come save you. They come after the fact. You gotta learn how to protect yourself, yo. And then people say, whatever about that. But it's like, yo, why wouldn't you want to protect yourself, yo? Why would you want to put your safety in somebody else's hand, yo? Who gonna protect you or have a vested interest to protect you more than you, yo? Or is it because they just morally and socially degrade us to the point where we don't even want to protect ourselves and our youngins? Like I was talking to the client, man, yesterday, right? Earlier this week. He got child custody issue, whatever. He's saying the same thing. I've been, I can't get no support. People throwing me, people, saying you ain't gonna get your kid and these supposed to be my friends. Like, huh? You know what I'm saying? I said, cuz, you fighting this fight, don't even know if you can win or not. But you can't not fight it, because if you give up, you going to feel like a chump. So you can't not fight, because that's sucker for. And it seems like when you do fight, you can't win. But brothers have won. You know what I mean? But you got to fight, baby. Even if you're tired. You know what I mean? Like, I had a homeboy, a classmate of mine. He lost every fight he been in, but he will pluck off on you. And everybody respect him because he will fight for himself. Now, you going to beat him up, but at least he'll fight. You know what I'm saying? They took all the fight out of Negro, yo. We don't even fight for what's right, but we'll fight to uphold stupidity, yo. Then we'll say, oh, we want freedom or we want better treatment. You know what I'm saying? Then when Trump was all get in there, now we up in arms talking about, oh, he taking away all the stuff and whoop, the whoop. Like I said, yo, Frederick said it back in the day, yo. We don't want freedom. We want a more comfortable enslavement. You know what I'm saying? Like the DEI stuff, from what I understand, that was, for black people. Then everybody else come in on top of black people and get all these benefits and all these rights. And we fight for them. You know what I'm saying? Let this place burn, Jack. You know what I'm saying? They say when Babylon finally fall, the merchants or whatever of the world will mourn because they've been able to make money off the whore, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm pretty sure the people who've been victim of drone strikes and all this stupid stuff, they gonna throw a party. I'm gonna be right with them, cuz. On 4 them grave, bro. We don't even value each other no more. We in the space where that's the new way to the top. Getting around some folk and then backdooring your friends and being jealous of you. Yo, all the traits of the adversary have now, like a fog just overcome us. He was the first adversary, was the first hater. You know what I'm talking about? He was the first he was the first jealous one, you know what I'm talking about? He was the first liar and schemer and manipulator. You know what I'm saying? He was the first bamboozler, you know what I'm saying? Now you see that all across the land. How Yeshua said, these things of your father the devil, and these things ye shall do, because he your father. So you tend to take after your father in mannerisms and so on and so forth. Or we just so super, we play tough with weak stuff, but then be weak when it's time to get tough. I ain't even been on social media like that. Like, I don't even want to hear none of that, you know what I mean? And it be valid content from good content creators. I just don't want to hear it no more, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably ain't gonna watch the DJ Envy jump. I don't even care. I don't care about the Jim Jones Cameron beef. I don't care about black people crying about Trump say he gonna open up the the plantation again. So if you get far from working federal, you can come pick cotton again. You know what I'm saying? But if a Democratic say let's pick cotton, they'll do it. I'm all right though, but it's just sometimes you just gotta look to the hills with come with your help, yo. And on that note, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. One love, baby.